Hello, Namaste, and welcome to my channel, Spiritual with Gina. And if you're watching this on Instagram, welcome to my Instagram. Today I have for you guys an unboxing of Tarot de Marseille. I am super excited. I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right in. You know what to do if you like this content, and yeah, so I'm super excited. Like I said, I love Tarot de Marseille, and I was actually waiting to do this with you guys. So yeah, I just want to be sure I don't show my address, obviously, but I think we're good. And yeah, so this is a Tarot de Marseille. Tarot de Marseille is the first system of tarot, and this is the Marseille Sophistiqué. I am not French or whatever, so I can't really read that. Well, this is a versatile readings and vintage gameplay with French tarot, alright? So I'm going to go ahead and just cut open this box. Try not to cut myself, hurt myself by doing it. There you go. And this will also be a walkthrough as well. So you get to see Tarot de Marseille if you are new to the system. And yeah, this is not my first Tarot de Marseille deck. I'm actually going to do my tarot collection, so stay tuned for that really soon. All right. Actually, it's this way. All right, so we have this. This is a little booklet that it comes with. I never use these. I just kind of I don't throw them out because I value them, but I don't look through them anymore because I just know the system. Actually, I did a tarot course coming out very soon, so yeah, I don't use the book at all. Let's just jump right into the cards, and I will also explain the biggest difference between Tarot de Marseille and Rider-Waite-Smith because they are quite different, even though they have a lot of similarities. They're just different systems of tarot. And you will see that if you stay tuned. All right, and then get this off. First, look at the back art. It's just gorgeous. Oh my God. When I saw this deck, someone actually posted it. I will post their, on Instagram, I will post their page in the description box. I just saw these cards and I was like, I have to have them. They're just, the back art is stunning. Like, look at that. Just beautiful. So muted. Just, I love it. All right. So what I like about Tarot de Marseille, first, it's more simple than Rider-Waite-Smith. I'm gonna maybe change lighting so you can see a little better, and also just bring it around. Sorry for like adjusting on camera, but I want you to see the cards better. Okay, perfect. So this is illuminate, or the Fool. This is a word I can't pronounce, or the Musician. And you see how there's a more usage of color, in my opinion, and more precision in the color usage versus Rider-Waite-Smith, Le Papis, the High Priestess. We have La Empress, or the Empress. I'm trying to pronounce it French, but I'm like, I'm totally not French. That's hilarious. Le Empereur, or the Emperor. And this one is obviously a little bit more muted, so, but that's the style of this particular deck. I will also walk through, I will do another walkthrough just so you can see the other Tarot de Marseille. Then we have here Le Pape, the Hierophant. We have the Lover. In this deck, it's singular, not plural. We have the Chariot, or the Chariot. Love this card. This is my guest card personally, and this is where Tarot de Marseille and Rider-Waite-Smith heavily diverges. Well, one aspect at least. We have here card number 8 being Justice. Card number 8 in Tarot de Marseille is Strength, so big difference there. But here it is Justice. The Hermit, or the Hermit. And you just see the beautiful usage of color and how minimalistic it is. And I really appreciate that. We have here the Wheel of Fortune. And again, we have La Force here, or Strength. And again, in Rider-Waite-Smith, number 11 is Justice. And number 8 is Strength. So there is a switcheroo there. And that's why I prefer this system, because it makes more sense as you read the cards more overall. But I will actually pull this card out here, and I will go back here and also pull out the Strength card. Oh, excuse me, the Justice card. See, when I get kind of wonky sometimes, because I'm like, I just don't know why he made that really small but significant change. But anyways, continuing on here, we have the Hangman, Death, La Mort, and this one is nameless in this particular deck. So as you see, there is no name for this card number 13, but it is Death in Rider-Waite-Smith, but in this particular system, there is no name for this card. It's also known as the Nameless Arcana. We have Temperance, card number 14, Le Diablo, the Devil in all his glory. And I like this particular deck because you can see the phallic symbol. You see like his jovialness and also his like physical activity. Then we have the Tower, card number 16, the Star, Latoul, card number 17. Then we also have the Moon here, card number 18, the Sun, card number 19, Judgment, card number 20, and Lamandi, I can't pronounce this, I keep trying, but I can't. We have the World here. And this is where Rider-Waite-Smith and Tarot de Marseille just completely diverges. So stay with me here, right? So we have here the King of Wands, Roi de Bâton. We have the Queen of Wands. This is just, they stop trying because you know you can't pronounce it. We have here the the Knight of Wands, the Page of Wands, and as you see here, the Ace of Wands. I think it's kind of similar to Rider-Waite-Smith system, but then as you get more into it, you see the pip cards, which are what the minor arcana cards are called, besides the court cards. The pip cards are only drawings of the symbol itself. So we have this being the Two of Wands, Three of Wands, and this deck doesn't use color as much, but you can also take the color into consideration. So here the color is yellow. Yellow is very active, green is very heart-centered, blue is very celestial, and these are obviously paraphrasing. You can go deeper into color theory. I also have this deck here that uses colors only. So it's more in depth than just reading with this deck here. But for all intents and purposes, we're just looking at this particular deck. That was Three of Wands. Sorry, I can struggle reading the Roman numerals sometimes. I get 4 and 6 mixed up. This is a Four of Wands, and as you see again, there is just the symbol of the wands, no drawings. Five of Wands, Six of Wands. And you may be asking, why do you like reading with something that's just so minimalistic? And I think that's the beauty. Seven of Wands. That's the beauty of this deck, is that it is very minimalistic, but it also packs a lot of color, a lot of hidden meaning. I view this tarot system, Tarot de Marseille, as more so of a silent system, one to where you either have to have an in-depth knowledge of the cards and the cards' meanings, or you have to know, just have a very intuitive connection with the deck. And also in this particular deck, the reverse would be this color here up in the corner. So as you notice, this one is free of color and this one is yellow here. And I like that addition. Not all Tarot de Marseille has that addition, so it can be difficult to know which is upright reverse. So I like that they included this one. They included that in this particular deck, but it's not characteristic of all Tarot de Marseilles. This is the Eight of Wands, Nine of Wands. Again, you just see the wands themselves, no pictures. 10 of Wands. And then we move in right into the Cups. I'm super excited to see the Two of Cups in this deck, because Two of Cups is a very beautiful card. So we are seeing this together, guys, okay? So we have the King of Cups, Roi de Coupe, Reine de Coupe. I guess I'm trying again. This is a very beautiful card. And I like how in this particular deck, they also include this scepter symbol here. I think this one symbolizes also using your intellect and your heart, not just relying on your heart until you get to this beautiful mature phase of the King of Pentacles. Then we have here the Knight of Cups, the Page of Cups. Wow, this is beautiful. Oh, whoa. You guys, you're like, this just looks average, but this is very beautiful cards. Wow. This is beautiful. Ace of Cups. Oh, wow. This is not as done up as some of them are, but this is still very beautiful. Two of Cups. And with cups, obviously, it's easier to know when it's upside down, but with most of the cards, swords and wands in particular, it's very difficult to tell. Even in Pentacles, it's very difficult to tell whether it's reversed or not. So cups is a little bit easier. You don't need to have that little symbol or that little marking in the corner there. This is the Three of Cups, the Four of Cups. Oh, I didn't explain to you guys the importance of this, so I'm going to get to that, but the cups, okay? The Five of Cups, the Six of Cups. It's kind of more the same at this point. The Seven of Cups. All right, and then we have the Eight of Cups here. So in Tarot de Marseille, the Eight of Cups is read with this card. So the Eight of Cups is read with Justice and also with the Moon. I don't remember seeing the Moon, so I'm curious if it's in this deck. Okay, it is. So in this particular system, you can read the Eight of Cups and thus all 8 cards. So you can read the Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, Eight of Wands, Eight of Cups. Obviously, you can read this particular card in mind with the Justice card and with the Moon card. So it's obviously depending on the question being asked. But let's just say these were the cards that we got. This is intense introspection. I would view this as intense introspection, being kind of lost and needing a lot of clarity in life. Just reading intuitively, obviously, if I got these cards together. So this would be what I call a perfect eighth. In music, we have something called a perfect octave, or I think it's called a perfect octave. I can be wrong because I'm just really getting into music theory, but I view it as the same thing, sort of like the same concept mirrored, to where it's like a perfect square or a perfect triangle, to where it like almost completes the meaning of the pip cards, because in Tarot de Marseille, the pip cards are kind of more important because they represent everyday life, so they represent more grounded, concrete concepts. So if I was reading this card for a client, I would say that they need to kind of take a pause. They need to gain emotional clarity and search their heart for answers that they have been denying themselves. I would say that they're in a state of denial and they are experiencing emotional disruption or emotional pain that needs to be reconciled if I was reading these cards. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put this back actually, and I'm going to do the same thing for the Strength card. And this one's going to be a little bit different because it is card number 11, and that corresponds with the Page. Oh, excuse me, I could be wrong about that. So I'm going to actually look at my Tarot de Marseille book, which I have right here, and because I think that's wrong actually. I think it corresponds with something else. So let's see. They have the, I don't know what they call it in this deck or this book. They call it the degrees of Tarot, the dynamic of the 10 degrees of the major and minor arcana. So Strength goes with the aces. So I was definitely wrong, but I do know that 8 goes with Justice. Yeah, so we have here degree number 8, receptive perfection, and we also have like all the 8s here. Danger of 8, perfection includes danger of being incapable of effecting further change and runs the risk of spilling into either rigidity or madness. So I didn't necessarily read that, but it was intuitively how I would read those cards together. And because Moon is about reflection, Justice is about weighing what's needed and what's not needed, And then Eight of Cups is about fullness of the heart. So weighing what makes your heart full. So again, gaining emotional clarity and needing to find that balance, needing to find that stability through journeying through the heart and reflecting on and possibly using feminine energy to do that. So mouthful, guys. So continuing here. This is the Nine of Cups. I'm going to pull an ace here soon. I'm going to pull the Ace of Wands out, I think, actually. This video is a little bit longer than what I intended it to be, but that's a-okay. So we have the Ace of Wands and Ten of Cups here. Then we have the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords. I love her energy. The Knight of Swords, the Page of Swords, and then the Ace of Swords. So I'm going to put that there. And if I were reading these cards intuitively, this one's actually a little bit more difficult. I would say that the client should examine themselves. And this is, rather than reflection, this is about examining. So kind of like stepping outside of the self and gaining more clarity and more groundedness. The Strength card is all about not overcoming the physical, but I view the Strength card as like training a dog or something, or training in a wild animal to be more docile. And this is because it represents animal energy. And so knowing that your thoughts may be running awry a little bit, and needing to take a step fully into the potential that is present here. So this feels like a lot of potential, but no specific action. So if I was reading this for a client, I would say there is a need for action, because they could be in a place of complacency, of stagnancy, of being incapable of taking the step into reality. And I do see the Strength card as kind of like that precursor, that pre-step almost, but they still need to like go a little bit further. All right, so just continuing on here, we have the Two of Swords, and you see more red here, more blue. Red and blue kind of act counter to each other. So this is definitely, if I were reading this card and the colors and everything here, well, I guess you guys don't need to know that, not at least for now. I just want to keep this video a little bit shorter, maybe about 20 minutes. We have the Three of Swords, the Four of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Six of Swords. Really beautiful in this deck. Wow. And this one's a little bit more easier because, again, it's there, but also the flower will be upside down. The Seven of Swords, and I think all swords are facing up, so when you have one like this, you know that it is not upright. I was going to do a collective pull, but I think we're not going to do that because we're about 20 minutes in already, and I'm like, maybe this will be 10 minutes, and it's 20, so it's quite long now. This is the Eight of Swords, a little bit more difficult to tell because there is no sword and it's only flower. But again, they have this beautiful little coloring there, so you can totally tell, which is really nice. The Nine of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and you see how different this is from Rider-Waite-Smith. I think the core, like the core meanings, like really down deeply in there, are still the same. But Terre de Marseille, in my opinion, is more dynamic than Rider-Waite-Smith because you can just extrapolate more differentiating meanings from the cards instead of having more of a stagnant understanding of the cards, a stagnant notion of the cards. And we have here the Ten of Swords. So this one could be multiple things, not just, oh my God, I'm in a state of crisis. It could mean like, oh my God, I have reached awakening. I have reached Satori. I have reached this beautiful place of enlightenment, right? And then we have, wow, the King, which is very beautiful in this deck. He looks so regal. King of Pentacles, She looks not as rude in this deck, honestly. The Queen of Pentacles, I always view her energy as harsh, quite frankly. I know everyone likes her, but I'm like, oh, Queen of Pentacles, yikes. Then we have here the Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, and you see the colors are like usage are about the same in these decks, like between the cards. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the beautiful Two of Pentacles. And again, if this was not this particular deck, it would be really hard to see like which one is on top, which one is on bottom. So just keeping that in mind, if you think about approaching Tarot de Marseille, it is difficult, more difficult to read with. We have here the Three of Pentacles, but this one is a little bit easier. Wow, this one is very beautiful, the Four of Pentacles. I like this space there. The Five of Pentacles. And I think it flows beautifully into the Five of Pentacles as well. Very beautiful interpretation there. Six of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. And 10 of Pentacles. And again, if this was like reversed, it'll be very hard to tell, but this particular deck just makes it easier. And yeah, so this is a walkthrough of this particular deck, Tarot de Marseille Sophistiqué. I wish I could pronounce it, honestly, because I bet it sounds awesome and proper French. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found this video to be helpful. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And if you're watching on Instagram, leave a comment down below about something that you may have learned from this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste.